Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. A little bit late, but today has just been a very tough day, work and everything like that. By the time I came home, I was already mentally drained. Even though it was only 3 hours, I was still mentally drained from everything that went down. But that's not what this live stream is about. So I am going to be reacting to Google I/O 2022, and luckily somebody actually put together a nice little montage for it to be under 20 minutes. Now, reason why I'm doing a short form version of it is just only because just to kind of like push out a lot of the chattiness of it and get straight to the point on certain aspects that are worth really just kind of looking at. What up, Gene? What's going on? Thank you for being here. Google I/O will continue tomorrow morning. So there will be more stuff going on tomorrow at Google I/O. I think it's going to be more geared towards more software discussion, more for the developers. So yeah, that's what the 2-day event is all about. But we got some shocking news when it comes to the Pixel 6a. We got some shocking news coming with the Pixel Watch. It was unavoidable. I mean, when you are a techie and you follow tech news on social platforms, you're bound to run into someone that's just going to drop the bomb. So a lot of stuff is still in the works for me. I do know, yes, there is a Pixel 6a. I do know there's that. I do know that the Pixel Watch was announced. So anyhow, without further ado, let me go ahead and pull up the the tab. So we'll do that before I hit play. Let me kill the audio here. We don't need background audio for this. We just need the audio from that. So here we go. All right. So at the same time too, I'm just going to be reacting and just talking to it. So don't mind me. I won't see comments just yet, just because I'm going to be on the tab itself for YouTube, and I'm going to full screen this. So then that way, I'll pause and I'll give my thoughts on specific things. But anyways, Google I/O 2022. Let's go.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Let's actually make that welcome back.
Let me know if you can hear the audio to the video.
Amphitheater after 3 years away. Throughout the pandemic, Google has focused on delivering accurate information to help people stay healthy. Over the last year, people used Google Search and Maps to find they could get a COVID vaccine nearly 2 billion times. During last year's monsoon season, our flood alerts notified more than 23 million people in India and Bangladesh. There is a long tail of languages that are underrepresented on the web today, and translating them is a hard technical problem. So with advances in machine learning, we have developed a monolingual approach where the model learns to translate a new language without ever seeing a direct translation of it. Today, I'm excited to announce that we are adding 24 new languages to Google Translate.
I really do.
Using advances in 3D mapping and machine learning, we are fusing billions of aerial and street-level images to create a new high-fidelity representation of a place. These breakthrough technologies are going to power a new experience in maps called Immersive View that allows you to explore a place like never before. Now, if you're looking to grab a bite during a visit, you can check out restaurants nearby, get a glimpse inside. What's amazing is that this isn't a drone flying in the restaurant. We use neural rendering to create the experience from images alone. This feature will start rolling out in Google Maps for select cities globally this year. Eco-friendly routes have already rolled out in US and Canada, and people have used them to travel 86 billion miles, helping save an estimated 500,000 metric tons of carbon emissions, the equivalent of taking 100,000 cars off the road. We are expanding this feature to more places, including Europe later this year. Last year, we launched auto-generated chapters to make it easier to jump to the part you're most interested in. We are now applying multimodal technology from DeepMind. It simultaneously uses text, audio, and video to auto-generate chapters with greater accuracy and speed. Next up, we are bringing auto-translated captions on YouTube to mobile, which means viewers can now auto-translate video captions in 16 languages,
Wow.
and creators can grow their global audience. That's why we have introduced automated summarization for Google Docs. Using one of our machine learning models, Google Docs will automatically parse and pull out the main points. It'll come to Google Chat in the next few months, providing a helpful digest of chat conversations. So you can jump right back into a group chat or look back at the key highlights. Starline-inspired machine learning-powered image processing to automatically improve your image quality on Google Meet. And it works on all types of devices. So you look your
So
best
for sure, they're
wherever
going to be
you are.
killing
We're
Duo in the
also
future.
bringing studio quality virtual lighting to Meet. You can adjust the light position and brightness so you'll still be visible in a dark room or sitting in front of a window.
That's actually pretty
Just
dope.
last month, we launched Multi-Search, one of our most significant updates to search. In the Google app, you can now search by taking a photo and asking a question at the same time.
Nice.
Multi-Search near me. Just take a picture or long press one you see online and add near me to find what you need from the millions of local businesses we serve in Google. Let's say I spot a tasty looking dish online.
Right.
With this new capability, I can quickly identify that it's japchae, a Korean dish, find nearby restaurants that serve it, and enjoy it in no time. In the future, with an advancement we're calling scene exploration, you'll be able to use multi-search to pan your camera and ask a question and instantly glean insights about multiple objects in a wider scene. If you went to the store today to find the best nut-free dark chocolate, you'd be standing in the aisle for a while. But thanks to scene exploration, you'll be able to scan the entire shelf with your camera and see helpful insights overlaid in front of you. At I/O last year, we
You don't have to worry if the
Real
dogs
Tone,
bark.
a multi-year initiative.
My
to
son's
build
sitting
more
across from me.
equitable
He's got
camera
work that he's
and
doing
imagery
while I'm live
experiences on
streaming.
Pixel
Of course, I'm
6.
outside and the dogs are out here.
Today, we're excited to share how we're starting to use the Monk skin tone scale to build more inclusive products across Google. And for makeup queries like everyday eyeshadow and bridal makeup,
This would be great for the
users
women.
will have a
Nice.
new way to filter by relevant skin tones to find more helpful results.
Wow.
And later this month, we'll be launching new real tone filters that were designed to work well across skin tones and evaluated using the Monk scale. And that's why we're pleased to announce that today we are open sourcing the Monk skin tone scale so anyone can use it as a more
Skintone.google.com. I'm gonna
representative
check
skin
that out.
tone guide.
First is a new feature for Nest Hub Max called Look and Talk, which is
Really?
beginning to roll out today. You can simply look directly at your device and ask for what you need. I can simply look over
Now that's
and
scary.
ask, show me some beaches in Santa Cruz.
So now there's no hotkey usage. Now you just
I
look
found
at
a
it.
few beaches near Santa Cruz.
How long does it take to get to that first one?
By car, the trip to Natural Bridges State Beach is 51 minutes.
And in the next few months, you'll be able to ask your assistant for many common requests,
That's
like
true,
setting
Lawrence.
alarms,
That is true.
asking for the time, and controlling lights from your Nest Hub Max, all without saying the hot word. If you listen closely, people's
Yeah, they did
conversations
already.
are full of
Gene,
ums,
it's just they're
pauses,
beefing
and
it up now.
corrections. But doing this for open-ended conversations across the assistant is a really hard problem. Play the new song from...
There's that.
Florence and the something.
Got it. Playing free from Florence and the Machine on Spotify.
Today, we are excited to announce Lambda 2, our most advanced conversational AI yet. This demo tests if the model can take a creative idea you give it and generate imaginative and relevant descriptions. Say you're writing a story and you need some inspirational ideas. Maybe one of your characters is exploring the deep ocean. You can ask what that might feel like. Here, Lambda describes a scene in the Mariana Trench. It even generates
Wow.
follow-up questions for you on the fly. In this demo, we have primed the model to focus on the topic of dogs. It again starts by generating a question to spark conversation. Have you ever wondered why dogs love to play fetch so much? And if you ask a follow-up question, you get an answer with some relevant details. It's interesting. It thinks it might have something to do with the sense of smell and treasure hunting.
And this will be the first ever live demo of Lambda from stage.
Really?
I'm going to tap Start, and this is a project I've been thinking a lot about lately. Plant a vegetable garden. I'll send this off to Lambda, and there it is. On the fly, it's come up with these different steps and broken it down into this list of subtasks. Now, what's interesting about these is I can quickly drop into one of them. Let's say this one, like what might grow in the area. And you can see it will give me further suggestions. One of the other things Lambda does is not just break down lists,
but I think the demo was more geared towards like,
so here when I
if
tap
you didn't know
the
full name of something, like
if I have a small yard or patio,
the AI
gives me different vegetables I might
is
be
able
to,
to kind of
recently
get
announced
what
a
you're
new
trying to
model.
say when you can't
It's
even
called
vocally
Pathways
say it.
Language Model, or PaLM for short. It's our largest model to date and trained on 540 billion parameters.
All
PaLM
right.
demonstrates breakthrough performance on many natural language processing tasks, such as generating code from text, answering a math word problem, or even explaining a joke.
Oh man, kids are gonna be
What are
cheating in school
popular
now.
pizza toppings in New York City? And the model again answers correctly in Bengali. What is so impressive is PaLM has never seen parallel sentences between Bengali and English. It was never explicitly taught to answer questions or translate at all. The model brought all of its capabilities together to answer questions correctly in Bengali.
Google Fi, a phone.
Oh, we got to add.
Fi has unlimited plans that fit your data usage.
Isn't that
City
funny?
Unlimited is our most affordable plan.
Yeah, let's skip that ad.
Soon, if you're going to share a doc that contains a suspicious link, we'll automatically alert you and take you back to safety.
Whoa.
Cybersecurity experts say the single most important way to protect your account and help prevent cyber attacks is to use multi-factor authentication.
Gene,
That's
thank you
why
so much
we've
for the
made our
$5
two-step verification as
super
easy as
chat
it
or
gets.
super sticker.
Whether you're on Android or iOS,
I really appreciate
just
it.
one tap on your phone and you're in. No 6-digit codes. We were the first
Really?
consumer technology
Yes.
company to offer two-step verification. And we're now the first to turn it on by default. Today, I'm excited to announce the launch of virtual cards on Chrome and Android. Now,
Okay.
when you use autofill to complete your payment details at checkout, we'll replace your card number with a distinct virtual number, reducing the fraud and identity theft.
Nice.
We never sell your personal information to
You
anyone
better not.
or use the content you store in apps like Gmail, Google Photos, or Drive for advertising purposes.
You heard them say it, so if someone finds out
We
they ever
also
did sell
never
it,
use sensitive information
there's
like
issues
health,
there, right?
race, religion, or sexual orientation for personalized ads, period. So later this year, we'll launch My Ad Center to give you even more control over the ads you see across YouTube, Search,
Yes.
and Discover.
Yes.
Android 13 builds on our Material You design language.
Uh-huh.
All your app icons can now incorporate your color theme. And there's a new media control that tailors its look to the music you're listening to.
Already,
The new
I seen that on
Google
my
Wallet.
Pixel 6.
Your Google Wallet securely stores
Google Wallet's
payment
back?
cards, so you can tap to pay anywhere Google Pay is accepted. You can show your student ID on campus, board a flight, or start your car. You can even use it as your park pass to explore Walt Disney World. Items that contain highly personal information, like your vaccine card, are stored on your device and not shared with anyone, not even Google. So we're working with states here in the US and governments around the world to bring digital IDs to Wallet later this year.
Yeah, I've been hearing
We'll
stuff
start
about this for
bringing
the past couple of
emergency
months.
SOS to Wear, so you can instantly contact a trusted friend or family member.
Is that
or
the Pixel
call
Watch?
emergency services right from your watch.
At I/O last year, we announced some huge updates to Wear OS, including launching our joint platform with Samsung. Favorites like Spotify, Adidas Running,
Again,
Line,
that's the-
and Kakao
that has
Talk
to be the Pixel
have all
Watch.
recently come to the platform, with many more coming soon. And this year, there's another, bigger screen that consumers are super excited about. Tablets. From the moment you power on the device, you can see the Android experience has been refined for the larger screen.
Android 12L.
One thing I absolutely love are the changes to the notification shade. It's been expanded to let you see more at a glance and have
Yes.
control right at your fingertips.
That's awesome.
Choose a photo, even edit it. It was pretty warm that day, as I remember it. And then
My 5-star security
drag it
alarms.
straight in.
This fall, we're extending Phone Hub so you can directly access all your phone's messaging apps on your Chromebook. Phone
Wow.
Hub gives you the exact app you're familiar with because it's streaming from your phone. No need to install a desktop
Yes.
client or keep them running in a tab that gets lost on your browser. And here's one of my favorite new features. Copy something on your phone and paste it on your tablet. It could be a URL, an address, or even a picture or screenshot.
Oh, man, this is
Matter
getting so
connects
helpful.
Our Google Nest hardware along with top brands and hundreds of supported products like light bulbs, door locks, smart plugs, and a lot more. It's a big list. You'll be able
Oh,
to quickly
yeah.
connect all those Matter-enabled devices in seconds to your home network, Google Home, and your favorite apps using Fast Pair.
Like all our A-series phones, Pixel 6a delivers
Here we
the
go.
helpful, personal Pixel experience.
So there's gonna be
for
3
the
colors.
unbeatable price of $449.
Yes!
This is a real B&H customer story.
This is where I don't want your
Stepman
ad.
came to B&H to take photography
My
to the next
Lord.
level.
YouTube tends
That's
to do
right.
that.
And you'll notice the Pixel camera bar, which houses our dual rear camera
Yep.
system with a 12 megapixel main and ultra wide lens. We've developed a common hardware system that we've scaled across the Pixel portfolio, from our flagship phones to our A-series. It means that Pixel 6a includes the same fast 5G connectivity as Pixel 6 and 6 Pro.
Okay.
It uses the exact same security architecture with Titan M2 for industry-leading protection that makes the phone more resilient to attacks. And most importantly, Pixel 6a uses the same premium Google Tensor SoC as our Pixel 6 Pro. The
Well,
camera
of course, they're
system
not
has
going to waste the
real-tone
remaining
built-in,
chips they have.
so your photos are beautifully and accurately reflect your own skin tone. It also has night sight, so you can take incredible low-light photos.
Awesome.
And yes, Pixel 6a
course.
includes Magic Eraser in Google Photos.
Yes.
We've enhanced Magic Eraser, so you can also change the color of distracting objects in your photo. In a tap, the object's colors and shading blend in naturally. And thanks to Tensor, we're able to bring Live Translate to Pixel 6a.
But for those who want the latest, greatest, and fastest, we're also working on our next generation Pixel 7 phones. Let me give you an early preview so you can see what's coming this fall.
Yay!
Here's a first look at the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro.
Ah, okay.
You can see that we've extended the aluminum finish to the entire camera bar for the next evolution of the Pixel design.
That's going to really protect
And
that
the
camera
gorgeous
bar.
Pixel 7 Pro in its triple camera system sets a completely new standard for
Wow.
photography, performance, and design. They'll use the next generation of our Google Tensor SoC.
Cloud Ripper.
And this summer, we're excited to expand the Pixel Buds family with a Pro tier offering.
Yep.
It's
Pixel
a
Buds
powerful
Pro.
new set of earbuds called Pixel Buds Pro.
Ooh,
Pixel
wow.
Buds Pro deliver one of the best noise cancellation performances in wireless earbuds today because they're designed around a new custom audio processor. Our active noise cancellation uses new Silent Seal technology to compensate for audio leakage.
Interesting.
This helps maximize the amount of noise that's being canceled so you get immersive, premium sound without distraction.
Seems a little
Sometimes,
bit
though,
smaller,
you do
though,
want to
the
hear what's
buds.
going on around you. For these occasions, there's transparency.
Yeah, they already showed the Pixel 7.
It lets outside sound in, so you experience the world like you're not wearing earbuds at all. Pixel Buds Pro gives you up to 11 hours listening time, or 7 hours with active noise cancellation turned on.
How much?
So you can tune out the noise on that long flight. The new Pixel Buds Pro come in 4 colors. They'll be available online for pre-order on July 21st and on sale the 28th.
Whoa,
delivering the smarts
$199?
of Google and top-tier active
$20
noise cancellation
more than the
for
Pixel
$199.
Buds 2. The Pixel Buds 2 were
With a
$179.99.
quick preview of the Google
Yes!
Pixel Watch.
Yes!
It's the first watch built inside and out by Google.
Yeah.
And it's coming this fall with our new Pixel 7.
Okay, it's coming with
a
the Pixel
tactile
7.
crown.
and beautiful recycled stainless steel with customizable bands that seamlessly attach. And with Google Maps, you can get directions on the go even without your phone.
Really?
With the new Google Wallet, you can leave your physical wallet at home too. Now, my favorite thing about the watch is the deep integration with Fitbit,
Yes.
which is coming first. It'll be available this fall, and we'll share many more details in the coming months. So here's a first ever look at our new Pixel tablet. It's a next generation Android tablet powered by Google Tensor, designed to be a perfect companion for your Pixel phone. The tablet bridges your on-the-go life with your at-home life, working seamlessly with all of your Pixel devices to provide the most helpful experience possible.
Let's see what happens when we take our advancements in translation and transcription and deliver them in your line of
nice
sight
hardware
in one
coming,
of the
some
early
nice hardware.
prototypes we've been testing. Take a look.
The sun is going down, so sorry if my video feed, it looks like that I'm like fading into darkness.
I think is a really powerful thing.
Thank you to all of the developers, partners, and customers who joined us today. We look forward to building the future with all of you. Thank you so much.
Wow. So that was I/O. That was I/O in 20 minutes. Hold on, let me kick the backlight on here so I'm not super dark. Okay, but that didn't really help any much. I mean, well, kind of did, but you got that light on that side. Don't mind the video feed. Anyways, yeah. So we have some interesting news, right? So it's just a little bit more than the Pixel 6a and the Pixel Watch. Literally, we got a Pixel Tab, okay? And so like, I know what Google's doing this year. Google's like, they're like, Tito, you have a good job, so now we're gonna take your money. Like, honestly, well, we can turn this way. It'll probably help with that light flare. Okay, I think that's much better. But it's more of just like, we're gonna take your paychecks, because they damn well know that I'm going to buy that Pixel Tab. They damn well know I'm going to buy that Pixel Watch. And they damn well know I'm getting the Pixel 6a. Yes, I do thoroughly enjoy my Pixel 6. I do. And now I want to know what the build quality is. So I'm actually going to Google that right now that it's been talked about. I'm loving the fact that they have like additional colors. That's going to be awesome too. It's all these fake articles called the Pixel 6s. There's no such thing. Okay, so we got info here. Let me pull this up. And let me screen share this too, just so you guys can see what I'm seeing. But I am super stoked. I am super stoked. All right, so is this even updated, or like what's up? Because it says here not announced yet on this site. You know what? Let me just go out, because it says not announced. GSM Arena, I don't trust it right now. I don't see if it had any update. The Verge wrote it, so yeah, July. So July is gonna come out. Let's see what the Verge has to say on it. Let's see. Google's officially announcing the Pixel 6a, embraces the company's new design language and custom chipset, but keeps the 5A's $449 price tag. The announcement comes, yeah, we know that. Let's see. And there's good news. If you think the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro are too big, the 6A comes with a slightly smaller 6.1 inch. So not 6.2, but 6.1 inch display. It's an OLED display, 1080p. It's a standard 60 hertz refresh rate, so no 90 hertz. So that's been a step back. No, it's not a step back because the Pixel 5a doesn't have 90 hertz refresh rate either. So let's see, 4,400 milliamp hour battery. That's the Pixel 5a's 4680. So it did drop in battery size just a tad bit. Single storage configuration, 128 gigs of internal storage with 6 gigabytes of RAM. I kind of figured they were going to do that. I don't see them really going like so hard on it. And of course, the 5G, the unlocked version supports sub-6, but not millimeter wave. The model sold by Verizon will support millimeter wave, obviously. Well, wait. Verizon does support millimeter wave in addition to sub-6, including C-band. So you have to get the Verizon model if you want C-band and if you want millimeter wave support. And it costs $50 more, so it's $499 for the millimeter wave mid-band supported Pixel 6a. So not too bad. At least it's not $100 more. I seen this ad where they were talking about it, but like, I just don't like. I want to know if it's like. It looks polycarbonate. Doesn't it look polycarbonate in this photo, or does it at least look metal with like maybe like some sort of like shine gloss paint on it? Like, someone let me know. I mean, because right now I am super nerd on the Pixel 6a, and you know what? Like I said, I enjoy the Pixel 6. I have nothing really majorly bad to say about the Pixel 6. The other thing is that sometimes I don't want to rock a case. Sometimes I don't want a case. Sometimes I just want to put a screen protector on it, and that's it. And the fact that my Pixel 6 has a glass back, that's slippery as hell. Like, when you see people doing reviews about the Pixel 6 and they talk about that it's like super slippery, they're not lying. It's super slippery. It really is. It is just insane. Is Verizon the only one having the Pixel 6a? No. Well, I mean, carrier-wise, I don't think T-Mobile them is going to carry it. So it's just really like buying it from Google unlocked, getting it from Google Fi under their 2-year subscription plan they have, or getting it through Verizon, which would be the millimeter wave C-band supported version. So. It kind of sucks when you hear that, because you know what, like, I think that there would have been all right, so this is just my opinion on it. Industrial waste could be prevented here if they just make one model that supports it all. The problem is obviously, they gotta have some sort of way like that they help carriers, right? Like, helping Verizon, which, it's not to say that Verizon needs a lot of help. But for those Pixel fans, getting them into the Verizon store, it's a win-win for both, right? Because obviously they're going to go in for the Pixel 6a, and they want the millimeter wave C-band supported version, and so Verizon gets customers because you're going to get it through Verizon. So it's a win-win for both companies, right? You know what? And I could be wrong. I mean, AT&T could definitely probably pick up the millimeter wave C-band supported version, and T-Mobile can definitely pick up the sub-6 model. And it's not to say that like T-Mobile is trash or anything like that. I'm not really into that mindset of just like trashing carriers. Like, each of them have their benefits, and of course, they're gonna have things that they're gonna lack on. T-Mobile is heavily invested in N41, which is low band. And so, yeah, a sub-6 model would suffice them. All the carriers have the Pixel 6. Yeah, all the carriers have the Pixel 6. And when the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro launched, all carriers had it. But this is a little bit different, right? This is the 6A. This is their mid-range Pixel device. So I don't see other carriers really wanting to work with them for this model. I could be wrong. And if all carriers carry it, that would be super awesome. I would love to see that. Like, that would make me super happy. Just to see like the AT&T stores carry them and the T-Mobile stores carry them. Shit, it would make me happy to see Metro by T-Mobile carry it in shop, Boost Mobile to carry it in shop. Like, that would be dope as hell, but it's wishful thinking. But the 6A, from like the things that I'm seeing here, and let's kind of just pop that. But the things that I'm seeing here, I mean, these 3 different colors, and so like now I really don't feel bad about getting the kind of coral Pixel 6 because it looks like that they've adapted that seafoam green type color to one of the colorways for the Pixel 6a, which is nice. We got 3 options here, right? So I mean, this is a monumental thing in the A series lineup, right? Because the 3A, the 4A, the 4A 5G, and the 5A, they've all had a well, let me take that back. The 3A had multiple colors, so this is kind of like return to basics here, because you had like the white variant, you had the black variant, and then you had the purple-ish variant for the 3A, and then the 4A and the 4A 5G and the 5A, those had one color, which was black, because of things that was going on in the world, and just, you know, mass production was just not in the cards for them for multiple colorways. So to see the Pixel 6a kind of come back with that, having 3 colorway options here, which looks like, I mean, you know, they have the black model, so you black with, you know, gray on top, on the very top way. Then you got that white model with an even lighter gray. So you got darker gray on the black one, lighter gray on the white one, and then that middle one looks like seafoam green. So you just got that grayish green color for the body, and then like a very lime greenish type color for the top. So it's good to see that. I mean, it's options. Of course, you know, wishful thinking, like, you know, I've said with other people, they definitely should bring in more colors, or even then utilize the A series lineup to kind of push with the googliness of Google's colors in the G logo, right? Like I have a red variant, a yellow variant, etc. That type of thing. The unlocked version would be better for you. Yeah, and you know, like I've always told people, to each their own, right? Like you don't necessarily have to get like what everyone else is going to get. Like I mean, there's people that are out today on the internet to tell you what to buy, and you don't have to go with what people tell you what to buy. Just do what you want to do. It's your money. You know, for me, more than anything, because like I already know how it goes. Maybe Best Buy might carry them. Carlos has had really good luck with like when it comes to, hey, shush. Carlos has some very good luck. Like he's gone into Best Buy and was able to get the Pixel 6 millimeter wave version, right? So maybe that might be on the cards for anyone that actually wants the millimeter wave but doesn't want to sign up with Verizon. You probably could get it from Best Buy. Again, we'll have to see, right? We got 2 months until it launches, so we got some time. My perspective as to the reason why they're waiting 2 months to launch the Pixel 6a instead of just launching it today, I think Google is at the point where they don't want to botch the launch for a device, right? They don't want to put a device out. We know all the debacle with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. We know the different things that's happened from launch. So looking at it in a perspective like this, yeah, it's 2 months from now, or almost close to about 2 months from now, that we would see the Pixel 6a. But at the same time too, making sure that, you know, it is game for everything that's going to happen. I think that's the most important thing right now, right? Because if the Pixel 6a has bugs like the Pixel 6 had at launch, and it's just bug after bug after bug, then that's just superly going to tarnish Google and the Pixel lineup in general. Yeah, so I'm okay waiting. Plus, it gives me time, right? You know, like I got bills to pay and stuff like that, so it gives me time to kind of allocate money from my paychecks, like every payday, to kind of put towards it. I already know, like I'm gonna go for the Sub 6 model more than likely, because I'm gonna get it unlocked straight from Google. So I already know that I need to have at least basically $500 put away, because you gotta factor in $449 and then the taxes and stuff from Google. Unless I, you know, open another Google Fi line and do it through the 2 years, but that does run credit, and my credit has boosted, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm weird like that, right? So when you're in the 700s on credit, you get scared. You don't want to use your credit for like senseless things. So anyways, but I mean, I could go that route. I can go through Google Fi, but more than likely, I'll probably just buy it outright, and then yeah, I would use the 6a. The thing about it, in like the design and everything like that, like I know that they've designed it to look like it's big brothers, the 6 and the 6 Pro. The fact is, I know some people were saying stuff, and this is what I was seeing on social media. People were kind of like, they were like blah about the way that the camera sensor was. But if you think about it, and in everything that they showed, the camera sensors on the Pixel 6a mirror the Pixel 7s, right? Like when we saw the little quick look at the Pixel 7, the camera bar is metal, and then it's cut to house the sensors for the sensors to be able to take photos and stuff like that, which is great because that was one of the big things that people were very nervous about with the Pixel 6, and that's what I'm nervous about too. Besides the fact that it's slippery and the back is glass that can easily crack, that I've seen different videos of people cracking theirs, you also have that camera bar that can be punctured. I've seen in the Pixel Superfans page on Facebook, there were people that were posting pictures, and there was like a hole because they dropped their phone and there was a rock in the grass and the rock broke a hole into it. So like having that bar made out of metal is stability and protection for that area. And then you have the cutout where the lenses sit inside. So if you think about it, the Pixel 6a kind of adopts and gives us a little preview of what to expect with the design of the camera bar for the Pixel 7 ahead of the 7's launch, but also retains the look of the Pixel 6 because this new camera bar design, this is specifically what Google is going to use as their design language for their mobile phones. Breaking away from the square camera module on the corner of a device like Apple has and every other company has gone and copied, right? Because Apple, people know an iPhone when they see an iPhone. It's not hard to tell when someone's got an iPhone. I sit on the train commuting home from work today, and a person sits down, and I can tell that they have an iPhone. You just know it has a distinguished look, and Google is emulating that with their Pixels, moving away from trying to have something that looks like everything else to now having something that is very distinguishable to the everyday person in eyeshot view. So I mean you have that. So that's absolutely crazy. That we get a little preview of the 7. Now, of course, the look of the Pixel 7 kind of went ahead and just confirmed all the rumors, including John Prosser's leaked stuff about the Pixel 7. So we do know it's continuing the same design. For those people who hated the Pixel 6 design, so sorry, you're going to hate the Pixel 7's design. That is absolutely crazy that, a design can really persuade someone to buying something. But then again, of course, people like what they like, right? So I'm not going to, let me take this judgmental cap off and throw it away because I'm not going to judge anybody. People are entitled to what they want when it comes to their smartphones. It is an extension of you. That's something that we cannot really forget when it comes to smartphones. It is an extension of you. People tend to pick their smartphones not only based upon just, to be a part of like the brand, like Samsung and Google and Apple, but they pick it because it kind of represents them to a degree, right? There are people who feel like that iPhones are, sophisticated and elegant, and that kind of emulates them as a person. So then they go and they only rock iPhones, right? You got the geeky, nerdy people that are like all about pixels, and pixels kind of emulate their nerdiness and whatnot. It's a weird concept, but at the same time too, it's like one that I wish would go away. But that's for a different rant topic. The Pixel 7 looks so cool looking. Let me pull up. Will that be the final look when it comes out officially? Yeah, Google I/O just showed it. Google's not going to show you what the Pixel 7 could look like. They never do that at a keynote. So to get the crowd going, because this is Google I/O and the first time that Google I/O has had a live audience back since the pandemic. So they're going all out. They went all out in this keynote. What you saw of the Pixel 7 on that big display on the stage, that is the Pixel 7. That's what it looks like. Yeah, they're not going to show you that if they're not for sure that that's what it's going to be. So therefore, now you know what the Pixel 7 is going to look like, which everyone pretty much knew what it was going to look like. Google stuff is leaked easily, right? John Prosser had the design of the Pixel Watch, a year in advance? A year before it was finally talked about today. I have an iPhone because I'm lazy and love AirDrop and iMessage. Right, and you know what? But you're not just like completely closed off when it comes to smartphones, because you also have the Z Flip, and I seen your tweets on Twitter, and you enjoy the Galaxy Z Flip. So, there's not really like one thing that you're just going to completely lock yourself into. Now, the Apple ecosystem tends to work for you, from what I'm judging on the things that we shared on social media about your iPhones and was it not AirPad, what the hell, iPads and stuff like that. Like the things you shared, I can see that like the ecosystem works great for you and it works seamlessly for you. And so, yeah, who could argue that point, right? Because it's your money, you're spending the money on it. The Z Flip and the Z Fold. That's easy. Yeah, but so you're not closed off. I mean, there are diehard people that will not touch an Android phone just because they had one bad experience on Cricket Wireless with a $20 Android phone that was running 3.7 gingerbread. But yes, the Pixel Watch is coming. Sadly, it's coming made by Google. And this is actually a smart move for Google to do that. Like, while I'm not a fan of the fact that I got to wait until fall this year to be able to get my hands on a Pixel Watch, it does make sense prospectively to make the Made by Google event much bigger. Right now, Google I/O has always been more about towards what's going on with software. Software has been really where Google I/O is focused, because that's what it's really all about. It's a conference for developers to come in to see what's happening with Android, to see what's happening within Google and the different things that they're developing that's housed within their software, their expansion and growth in AI technology, and what's coming to Google products down the road as far as software integrations. That's what Google I/O has always been about. So the fact that they did unveil the Pixel 6a, the Pixel Watch, they gave us a glimpse at the Pixel 7 and then the Pixel tablet, like all these things, it's great to see that they gave us a little teaser. Of course, the 6a is housed at I/O events to be launched, since the 3a was the birth of the A series at I/O. And it makes sense for them to do that. Giving us a teaser to the Pixel Watch, that's totally fine. I wouldn't want it launched today, because this is not Google's main event for hardware. Made by Google, that is the event for Google's hardware. That's where they throw the new Pixel flagship out. That's where they throw in any additional things like the Pixel Book Go and Nest and all these other things. It's thrown at that event because it is specifically dedicated towards hardware. And so, like, the things they talked about in Google I/O, the advancements in AI and the advancements in the operating systems, all these things correlate with the hardware launch in fall to show you, like, hey, so like, as they do at Google I/O, they always tell you about these new things that's coming to Android, these new things that's coming to Chrome OS, these new things that's coming to Google hardware products, right? And they tell you, like, it's coming in the next couple of months, or it's coming in Q3 of this year, or it's coming at the end of this year, right? They tell you that at I/O, and then people go the whole summer kind of forgetting about that, which allows Google time to continue development on these things to make sure that they are ready for launch. So by the time that the Made by Google event happens in end of September, middle of October, whichever date they choose to do it, like the Pixel 7 will be unveiled. They'll talk about Android 13 on the Pixel 7. And then all these things they talked about in I/O that were going to be implemented into Android are now able to be demoed at the hardware event. That's how it works. So yeah, think of Google I/O as Thanksgiving, and think of the Made by Google event as Christmas for Google holidays. It is single-handedly what we've all been waiting for. I know they had to have said more in the Google I/O keynote, so if you're wanting to watch that again, and because it's there for replay, Gene, I know you said it earlier, like you missed it, and that's fine if you missed it. I missed it too because I had to be at work today, but you can always go back to just YouTube Google I/O 2022, and you're going to find Google's keynote. It's 3 hours long. I will tell you right now, 1 hour is the wait time on it. So just skip the first hour and 4 minutes and you'll get to the countdown to begin. So it's actually a two-hour keynote, just about. There's an hour of wait time. I don't know why. I know Google does that, but like now that the live stream is over, they can actually go in there once it's fully processed onto YouTube. They can go in there and edit and cut off the hour wait time and just reduce it down to 2 hours. But anyways, you can always catch the replay to get more in depth of these things. I'm going to here in a little bit. Like I just watched the 20-minute version of it with everyone that's on here, and I hadn't even actually watched the event yet. I am going to go watch it over completely and just specifically zone in on the areas that I'm really interested in. Like the stuff with AI, I get those things, I understand it. I want to know more about the Pixel 6a because that's something I'm about to throw my money at, and I want to make sure that that's something that I feel like is a good fit for me. Because honestly, if the Pixel 6a did not deem in my head to be worthy for chase down right now, I wouldn't buy it right now. But to me, it's looking so, but I want to make sure. So, okay. After using many smart bands and watches, I ended up going back to my Quartz watch that does not need to be charged daily. Sorry, but I just don't need another thing to worry about. Okay. I'm not too familiar with the Pixel Watch and its battery life. And I know what you mean, because currently right now I'm using this fitness tracker. This is the Amazfit Bip U Pro. I really like it. I was talking to someone that I knew about it, and they were like, oh, that's the poor man's Fitbit. Like, whatever people want to call it. I don't know why people want to trash things just because. But this thing is amazing already on its own, and I enjoy having it. This does give me my first battery charge life cycle. It gave me 8 days of battery life, and it wasn't even near 20% when I decided to throw it back on the charger. So the battery life on this thing is amazing, and then what it tracks my fitness and everything like that. Like, I really like this watch. So like, I'm not in a hurry. Like if the Pixel Watch launched today, I'm not in a hurry to really grab it. I do want to use it to try it out, to be able to give some in-depth review to anybody out there that wants to know about it without all the bullshit that comes with it. Let's give it straight as it is. And then also, yes, I collect Pixels, right? I have every generation of Google Pixel phones that are sitting in my room, and and it's not to butter up Google. I'm not looking at them to say, hey, check me out, I have everything you've ever put out. Like, no, but this is just for me. And from a nerd standpoint, I'm a collector of things. I collect Funko Pops and specific ones that I hunt down, and I collect those. I collect Google Pixel phones and Nexus phones. I'm eventually here going to get into collecting Pokemon cards. I am into Pokemon. I can give a shit what anyone says. I am into Pokemon. I am playing what the heck is the event called again? I'm so bad. I'm over talking about I like Pokemon, and I forgot what the name of the event is. GoFest. I'm playing the GoFest event. There's so many events on Pokemon Go. If you didn't know that, there actually is. If you played it like 4 years ago and you haven't played it now, there's a lot of events in Pokemon Go that's like really cool. Anyway, but this is not for that live stream. But on just to say, I'm a collector of things, and I collect Google Pixel phones. Let's see. What about Google Wear OS? Will that be on the new Google Watch? Of course, Gene. They're not going to put an outdated OS version on it. So it's going to have the new Wear OS, or the most current Wear OS software. It's going to have it. I have a decent amount of Pokemon cards. I know. I follow you on Twitter, dude, and I've been watching. What up, Carlos? Yeah, so it's going to have the latest Wear OS when that launches later this year with the Pixel 7. So, like I've told people, when I get the Pixel Watch, because now I'm going to have to get the Pixel 7 and the watch, and hopefully there's some sort of combination that Google's going to have at launch of the Pixel 7 and then the Pixel Watch. When I get the Pixel Watch, yes, I'm going to wear it. Yes, I'm going to use it. I'm still going to use what people call the poor man's Fitbit, the Amazfit Bip U Pro. I'm still going to use it. because I actually like the way that this works, the way that it tracks my workouts at the gym and everything like that. And it gives me a simplified way of looking at things and being able to feed that data to doctors who are tracking my weight loss to put diabetes in remission. So this actually works out. And I know that the Pixel Watch, they said, obviously geared with the same functionalities and the same purposes that Fitbit has for tracking. Now, if the Pixel 6 watch has I would say at least, 5-day battery life, this very well could just be put down for a while. Did they say the prices for the Google Watch? I didn't hear. I didn't see a price. We did see a price for the Pixel 6a, $449 for the Sub 6 and $499 for the millimeter wave C-band supported. We did see that. And the Pixel Buds Pro is launching at $199. So not anything crazy that I was seeing people talk about on social media. They were thinking $249.99. Not happening. And I like the new design of the Pixel Buds Pro. I really like the way that it looks now compared to what it looked like before. I mean, nothing said anything crazy when you put in the Pixel Buds or the Pixel Buds A into your ear and someone literally thought you were saving a Mentos tab for later on to eat. I mean, it looked cool, but same time, it's just weird. Fitbit way better than the other watch, bro. Even Apple Watch, as much as I like it, I don't think even Google Watch can beat Fitbit. You do know Google owns Fitbit, right? And everything, whatever measurement scale they're putting into the Pixel Watch is based on Fitbit's technology, their proprietary technology. Google owns Fitbit. They bought them. They've been owning them for a while. The Fitbit works on Apple and Android, which makes it the GOAT versus device company watches. Yeah, no, I know what you mean by that. That's where Fitbit is always going to dominate, is because it's going to be cross-platform compatible, which you're right. Cross-platform compatibility is what's going to matter most, right? Because some people don't stay locked to one specific thing, right? Like a person could be on the Pixel bandwagon today, and then when the iPhone 14 comes out, that was enough to make them nut in their pants and switch over. And so if they have a watch that's cross-platform, it makes it so much easier because they don't have to go buy an additional satellite to their phone. They just gotta download the app and pair their phone to the new phone. So that's where Fitbit does take the cake. But again, that still goes on Google's side because Google owns Fitbit. So, and I'm glad that when Google purchased Fitbit, they didn't shut them down like that. That would have totally sucked if they completely just put down Fitbit and just focused specifically on their Pixel Watch. But because I am a Pixel fanboy, I proudly admit it, getting the Pixel Watch does make sense to me because I use Google Pixels. So the watch being a satellite to that is actually pretty nice. And the fact is that there is a cellular model for it. Has to be, because you're able to use Google Wallet, which, what the fuck is Google Wallet doing back now? Excuse my French, but it's thank you for the 99 cents super chat to Matty Tech Review. Appreciate it. Pile of poop with a face. Super sticker. I have 2 Fitbit, and they both died on me. Sad. Let's see. Will the Pixel Watch work on other phones? I would think it would. I don't think it's specifically locked to Google Pixels. So that's the thing. What I've read up so far, and I got lots more to cover, because I just literally reacted to the Google I/O event. What I've noticed or what I've noticed with Android Wear is that it does work on other Android devices. As long as it's Android, it should work just fine. Now, it being cross-platform, like being able to work with an iPhone, I don't think so. And it's not going to be like on either side. It's just, one, Apple's not stupid. They're not going to want the Pixel Watch to kind of come into their ecosystem to their users to disrupt the sales for the Apple Watch. That is the Pixel Watch's main competitor. So, yeah. But as far as using it with other Android phones, you should be able to. Now, if that changes, of course, I will update everybody. But of course, we got a ways. The Pixel Watch ain't coming till fall of 2022, so we got some time. Thanks, Lawrence, for being on top of that, man. I appreciate it. Fitbit is great. I own a Fitbit device. Yeah, Fitbit is great. there's nothing wrong with Fitbit. Like I said, if you wanted a cross-platform compatible smartwatch fitness tracker, then Fitbit is really where it's going to be at. Or the Amazfit. I mean, the company Amazfit's making good fitness tracking watches. So, I mean, I would definitely say, hey, why not, you know? Will Google Fi support the Watch Cellular? I think, and you know what? Great question. I think it would make more sense if they did. And here's why, right? Very good thing that you brought that up. Google Fi and the way that it's currently set up right now, right? If you were to go with, you know, the Unlimited Plus plan, which allows you to get data-only SIM cards, you probably could initially just set up the watch as an extension pulling from the same data of your main line. That's what I would say. Probably Google Fi wouldn't do that. They would probably open up like an actual additional second line to your Pixel Watch. And I didn't even see, well, of course I didn't see, because I watched the cut up version of Google I/O. So they condensed Google I/O from a 2-hour keynote to a 20-minute video focusing on key point areas. So I really have to look back at it specifically and in depth with that. But I would say more than likely, if anything, if it is cellular, more than likely it probably would be, you know, eSIM supported watch. Because you look at these watches, I don't see little areas where you can insert a SIM card. So it would be eSIM, which Google Fi supports eSIM, right? You can get a Google Fi phone or get a phone for Google Fi, and as long as it has eSIM, you can activate it without the need of getting a physical SIM card. But you could get the physical SIM card from Best Buy for $10, and then you would get a credit for $10 for getting the physical SIM card, which makes it free. Weird. Are you confident in saying that the 6A, the 7 and 7 Pro will be bug-free? I really want a Pixel. I would say, and here's the thing with that. That's a very great question, Andy. I would say this. I'm not going to guarantee you completely bug-free at launch, because every Pixel has had some sort of issue at launch. But the way that the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro launched with massive bugs, no, I don't think that the 7 and 7 Pro and the 6A will launch with that same type of issue. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why, like I was saying earlier in the live stream with the 6A's launch, why it's coming in July and not today, like why they didn't launch it today or launch pre-orders today, is it gives them that length of time to make sure that everything is set in place so they don't have another debacle that they did with the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. And I remember that Google kind of stepped into the silicon game overconfident, so they ended up kicking their own ass with the back of their heel, if you catch my analogy. It's great that Google wants to be in developing their own chip, having in-house chips. That's great. Samsung helped them with their very first chip that they've ever put out. Initially, it was supposed to go to the Pixel 5. I love referencing that so people will remember that the Pixel 5 had the 765G because they decided not to put the Tensor chip in that. But Google kind of overestimated themselves a little bit when putting out the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro with a Tensor chip, not realizing that it was going to have all these issues come about. And it's funny because there were only specific batches that were affected. Like, I can honestly say, anyone that's going to ask me, the reason why I didn't take to social media and just ripped Google a new asshole for the Pixel 6 is because a lot of the stuff that people were taking to social media and explaining, like, okay, this is what went wrong with mine, this is what's buggy about mine, I didn't have that. Now, okay, I can't go and really compare the in-display fingerprint sensor to, like, say, a Samsung or anything like that. I know the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro use an optical in-display fingerprint sensor. It doesn't feel slow to me, but to someone who's had a device that has maybe like a better version for in-display fingerprint sensor, will notice the difference in speed of unlocking a device. I can't do that because none of the other Pixels have ever had it, and I haven't used like a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra or any of those phones to even know the difference. So I don't think it's going to be buggy. Not every Pixel, bro. The 2XL and the 4XL were the best of the best Pixels right out of the box. Amazing. The Pixel 4 and 4XL did have a slight issue when it launched. it did. It was something that was like quickly corrected. This is the reason why the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro caught so much flack when it launched with bugs, because of the fact is that when the 4 and 4 XL had bug issues, it was quickly corrected with a software patch from Google. Like Google sent that out pretty quickly, right? When you look at the 6 and 6 Pro right now, it had bug issues, and it took a month for Google to really kind of patch that. And then even on top of that, the software updates took a while. Bear with me 1 second. The 6A is $449, and it comes out in July. The Pixel Watch comes out fall with the Pixel 7. Google wants my money. No, just they got a Pixel tablet too. I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, Google's like, Tito, you fucking whore, buy our shit. So now, yeah, I'm on a live. Okay. Yeah, dinner. Dinner's coming up soon, so I'm kind of hungry. Yeah. Actually, Moto Nexus 6 was like the big one, dude. That thing was huge. Like, I mean, I'll be straight with anyone. The Nexus 6, which was made by Motorola, I feel like that. Living in a city like where I live in, I wouldn't fear anyone trying to steal my phone out of my hand. Yes, it's a bigger phone, so it gives them much more room for them to grab stuff and pull it. But here's the thing about it. I could beat your ass with the Nexus 6 and it would hurt. I just felt like that phone had nice weight to it and a nice size that you can just Billy slap someone in the face, just pow, and knock them the fuck out. Like, honestly, it's just weird. But yeah, no, they're, to each his own, right? Everyone has different standpoints when it comes to what they felt was the best launch. We can all agree that the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro was a clusterfuck of a launch. Okay, and I feel like Google learned from their mistake on that. And this is the reason why they're kind of treading lightly, walking on eggshells with the 6A release, teasing the Pixel 7. For those people who looked at the Pixel 6 and got frustrated and sent theirs back and was like throwing their hands up like, screw this, I feel like that's the reason why Google kind of like teased and showed the Pixel 7 at I/O this year, was to let you guys know that they're already working on the next thing. They talked about Tensor 2, aka Cloud Ripper, and so yeah, we already know that there's a second iteration of the Tensor chip coming out. Gene with the super sticker. Hold on 1 sec. All right. Okay, here's the pot. Okay. Yeah, so there's that. And then like I was saying in my outside conversation here, that Google wants my paycheck. They're like, they know that I'm making good money, and they're like, okay, now we're going to take your money, because putting out the Pixel 6A this July, the Pixel 7 coming later on this year, the Pixel Watch coming later on this year, the Pixel tablet. I already have the Pixel Book Go. I have about every iteration of the Google Pixel phones. And then to get a watch, a tablet, a new flagship, and I'm going to go with the 7. I'm not going to go with the 7 Pro. And then, also go with the 6A. So I can feel much better about my Pixel 6. And I just launched Snapchat from that back tap feature is awesome on this thing. Yeah, because the Pixel 6, in total, absolutely, like, it's got bug issues from other people, but other people's experiences are not my experiences. And like, people got to learn that too on social media. What your experience is not going to be my experience. There are people who could tell you that the cameras were fudged on their variant of the Pixel 6 or 6 Pro, right? Carlos did testing on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro and found some issues with the camera, right? The same issues were happened to Latrell. Did I have those issues? Thankfully, no, I didn't. So yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't know if Best Buy goes to like a 125-point inspection of the devices they get from Google, but the 2 Pixel 6s I got from Best Buy did not have those issues, and thankfully we didn't. Makes sense with the July launch. No need to rush. Yeah, no need to rush. Are you trading in your Pixel 6? Hell no, Andy. I don't trade any of my devices in to get the newest ones because I collect them. So I'm just going to buy the Pixel 7 outright. I'm going to take a guess right now. I'm going to go out on a whim and say the Pixel 7 is going to launch at a $699 price tag. I think it's going to be $100 more than what the Pixel 6 is currently. It would shock the hell out of me if they did $599. They could. I mean, the Pixel 6a is launching at $449, the same as the 5a. And that Google likes to hide Easter eggs in like basic areas that you didn't even think was an Easter egg. So maybe that could have been a call to what to expect from the Pixel 7. Who knows? Pixel 7 can launch at $599 for sub-6 version, $699 for millimeter wave. Or it'll launch at $699 for the sub-6 version and $799 for the millimeter wave. We don't know. But all I'm going to say is that one thing I do know is that the Pixel 7 will not have a higher price tag as a 7 Pro. And hopefully this year, Google prices these phones much better. I always thought it was weird. Like I love the fact that the Pixel 6 launched at $599. What I didn't understand was just with a slightly bigger battery and a telephoto lens, why there was a $300 difference between the 6 and 6 Pro. Like what for $300 did you get more? That was always my thing. But nonetheless, I am superly excited. So yeah, over summer, I'm going to be talking about these things more in depth. And as we get closer to their respective launch time, I'll cover anything that happens to do with the Pixel 7, 7 Pro, the Pixel Watch, Pixel Tablet. And for the year 2022, as long as we don't go through what happened at my company yesterday, then I should have the funds. So be expecting unboxings of the Pixel 6a, unboxings of the Pixel Tablet, unboxing the Pixel Watch, unboxing the Pixel Buds Pro, and unboxing the Pixel 7 and the watch. I didn't say that. Kind of lost track there. I have a lot of unboxings for Pixel products. And no, I am not part of Team Pixel. Team Pixel has not selected me. Again, shout out to BTech Reviews for referencing me when the Pixel relations guy, Mark, tweeted that question, which I thought that question would have like superly exploded. Because when he did it last year, it really blew up when people were recommending YouTube channels. BTech Reviews replied to Mark's tweet and recommended me. I don't expect to be chosen. So yeah, all these unboxings that are coming down the road are going to be out of my pocket. Now, if I do get brought into Team Pixel by some divine reason, I will definitely let you guys know. But I give you guys my word on this: whether I'm part of Team Pixel or not, you're going to get it straight from me on what I'm going to talk about with these devices this year. Because I am, yeah, it's not influenced to say something nice about something just because it was given to me for free. I am like that. Yeah, and then this weekend we'll have another podcast though, and if anyone wants to jump on that podcast, let me know. I'm going to do it Saturday. I'll tell you Friday about what time, my time I'm going to do it. If you want to join me as a guest to talk more about the Pixel 6a, the Pixel Watch, the Pixel Tablet, the Pixel 7, let me know and I'll bring you on and we can have a talk and discussion. But that's going to happen Saturday on my day off, so I have the time to do it. So let me know. Hit me up on Twitter DM if you want to join that, and I will definitely put you down on it, and we'll get it going. But I'm gonna go eat dinner now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love you guys very much. Appreciate you guys. Be safe out there in the way that this world is crazy. You know what I mean. And yeah, you guys have a great night.